Who are you making videos for? That's a really important question that a lot of people don't spend enough time even considering. There's a number of different reasons, and I'm going to cover them all in this video, so be sure to stick around until the end.
YouTube Simplified.
Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Understanding exactly who you're making videos for can go a long way to help you grow your channel in a number of different ways. All right, so obviously I'm not talking about a specific person, but I am talking about a specific type of person. A person who is on YouTube looking for a very specific type of content. You need to understand exactly who that person is and how you can deliver content that will help them get the value they're looking for. Now, that person or idea of a person can go by a bunch of different names. Sometimes they'll refer to it as a persona or an avatar. In software development, they develop user stories to have an idea of exactly who they're building software for, but it's kind of the same thing in terms of the content that you're making here on YouTube. You want to know who that end user or who the end viewer is in this case to really understand what they're looking for and how you can deliver it. Now, a good exercise to kind of flesh this out so you really have an understanding is to actually write it down. Try to write down in a sentence or two who that person is that receives value from all of your content. Now, in a lot of cases, you're going to find that not all of your content is actually providing value to that person that you've written down. And that is a flag that you may not be as focused as you could be on your channel. If you identified that person as somebody who is a cat lover that likes to watch cat videos, and you're doing cat videos and recipes, and you're baking cakes, and you're doing random vlogs about what you're eating that day, obviously there's going to be some disconnect there. And when it comes to growth, the more focused you are, the better chance you have of growing in a much more efficient manner here on YouTube. So understanding who that person is going to help guide your content, but it also helps to actually grow your channel with respect to the people who subscribe to it. So let's say you've identified your person, somebody in their mid-30s who appreciates auto repair videos for vintage cars. We'll call him Steve. Steve subscribes to your channel expecting future content about automotive work on vintage cars. As long as you consistently make content focused on that niche, Steve is going to be a pretty happy guy. But if a couple videos down the road, you decide to post a video of your kids playing in the park, and then a couple days later, your cat playing with a ball of string, eventually Steve's going to be a little turned off by the content that you're giving him. Now, this can cause Steve to unsubscribe to your channel, or worse, he'll stay subscribed, but he will just start ignoring your notifications because he knows he can't have faith that the videos that are coming out are going to be relevant to him. So in this way, understanding who that viewer is going to help you really narrow your content down and identify exactly what types of videos you should be making to satisfy Steve. And once you have this person written down, then you always have that description, that persona to fall back on. When you have an idea for content, you need to ask yourself, is this going to provide value to Steve? If not, then it's probably not appropriate for your channel. So knowing what Steve likes creates a great baseline that's going to help you develop your content strategy. And what I mean by that is, as you start to grow and your channel expands, you have the opportunity to try different types of content, all focused on that core interest of Steve. As you try it out, you can see how your audience responds, but you won't get lost making a bunch of disjointed video topics because you know what that core interest of Steve really is. It'll really help simplify your process. It'll give you that home base to go to in terms of what you should try content-wise, and it can be really powerful at helping propel your channel forward. So right now, I want you to scroll down while we're watching the video. I want you to type a comment that describes in one sentence, or perhaps two, exactly who your Steve is. I'm waiting, go ahead. Now, if you're struggling, that may be because your content isn't really focused on your Steve. Maybe you've made content for Steve, a little bit for Bob, some of it for Sally, and that's going to cause you problems in the long term. So at the end of this video, if it was difficult for you to write that in the comments, you want to spend some time, think about it, understand who it is that you're trying to target and how you can best deliver them value. And don't stress out if it's difficult and your content's all over the place or it's not quite as focused as you want it to be. There's plenty of time. YouTube is a marathon. It's all a learning experience. So as long as you are moving forward, you're going to continue to succeed on YouTube. So Keep working at it. Try to figure out what that core is, that core interest for Steve, and get it written down. Start using it for future content, and you'll do just fine. Once you have a solid understanding of who your Steve is, you can push forward and try to get into the YouTube Partner Program and start making a little bit of cash for all of your hard work and effort here on YouTube. I'm going to put a video up here on how to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours so you can join the YouTube Partner Program and start collecting a little bit of that money. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.